communities around the country are striving to end homelessness by providing housing options and support services.
Might need a hat. Need a hat.
And yet for some people who are homeless, housing stability is elusive. They end up back on the street.
I fell asleep with a cigarette in my hand. It caused a fire in the apartment. That got me tossed out of there.
Many of the folks that are on the streets have some kind of impairment or lack of resource that is really at the root of part of what's happening for them.
As many as 80% of people who are homeless experience challenges of daily living that contribute to a pattern of losing housing and services.
Es importante tener papeles porque es la primera vez aquí.
By engaging individuals and providing the right supports, we can help to break the cycle of homelessness.
I've worked with many individuals who have been labeled as malingerers or malcontents or lazy, only to discover later on that these folks have specific traumatic brain injuries that providers were unaware of.
I was supposed to go in last Thursday, coming to town here. In fact, to pick up my check so I could go pay rent. I met up with a couple friends that I knew from when I was just hanging out in the street. And instead of going to pay rent, I went and I got a motel room for a couple of days. And a couple of days turned into a week.
A strong majority of the chronically homeless have severe difficulties with impulse control and with the ability to change behaviors in emotional situations.
I think the people know that this is not the right decision, but can't help but impulsively make that decision.
An outreach worker has to know when working with them that they can't expect this person to make changes without strong support.
Usually I just do it. And when it's done, I think about it and say, well, I was stupid to make that decision.
In many systems, Mike's behavior would have cost him his housing, returning him to life on the streets.
I've never really sort of bought into the idea that someone burns their bridge. We give people not only second chances, but we give them third chances and fourth chances and fifth chances. We never give up on anyone. We always keep trying.
I think that anybody who's going to work in this field needs to understand that there's an underlying cause often to somebody's behavior, and it is imperative to take that time to look at it and explore what that cause is.
When he was young, Mike sustained a head injury in a major car accident.
This accident caused me to have brain damage. Frontal lobe damage is what it's really called. It makes me forget things. I have a short-term memory problem, a learning disability.
We could say, well, Michael's just having bad behavior, he's not compliant, or he's, you know, acting out. But then we can also take a step and take a look at Michael and see him as an individual who does have a brain injury, who does have these difficulties with these tasks and behaviors and things that he needs to do.
Michael's care team found a residential program further away from the people and places that had been sources of trouble for him.
What do you think about those times, or even about that one specific time when you were here and they kind of wanted you to take off and you went ahead and did it? I mean, what do you think about just decisions like that, Mike?
I don't like people around my life and that, but that's what I thought you guys were doing at the time. So I went and I did it anyway. I shouldn't have done it. Doing a crack in the motels isn't the way to die right now.
We can't beat ourselves up about it. We just have to learn, and we have to do different.
I'm in a better place now.